also we've implemented activities in Kasese, but for the voice project, we've been implementing it we are implementing it in Shema district. Just to share my experience about the linking and learning, I also double as the chairperson for the communities of practice on media advocacy. Maybe I'll take it, I'll build it from there. Like Edith has just said, communities of practice is basically, like-minded organizations that are doing similar kind of work, working together in those groups that share a common goal. For example, if we are working with people with living disabilities, we come together to learn from each other. Yeah, that is more of the linking and learning. We connect and learn. If I can use that language, simple language. We connect and learn. And that's one of the interventions of linking and learning, the communities of practice. How do we do this? How do we share knowledge? From experience, we've had both physical learning and virtual learning. Okay? This is we have webinars for the virtual learning. We have these online monthly meetings, where different grantees share their updates online. Like what you've done, what are the best practices, what have you achieved so far. So those are some of the virtual meetings. And then also on commemoration of these international days, for example, maybe recently we had HIV, Stroke AIDS International Day of people living with HIV. Then we have celebrations, commemorations like 16 days of activism. We have commemorations like the Women's Day. So there is some of those days of commemoration. We have, like Edith said, we have maybe panelists coming, resource persons, and then as communities of practice, we prepare accordingly to have panel discussions about such days. And from these panel discussions, we learn. Like we had yesterday, the linking and learning is a continuous thing. Okay? It's a continuous thing. This is a platform that links us to the global voice community. Okay? Small organizations, not small per se, but different organizations at this level, connecting to learn from each other, share experiences that translate to the global voice outcomes and objectives. So basically that's what linking and learning is about from my experience. Different grantees connecting and learning. Then the other, I'm still on how we do it, how we've been doing it. We also are part of linking and learning organizes annual events where different grantees still come together to share their experiences. At some point, I think there's going to be a presentation where you present your linking and learning needs. Yeah, it has been coming out like as one of your fears per se about this presentation from Dennis, the digital platform. Maybe if I can cheat for your exams, you can identify that as your linking and learning need. And the linking and learning facilitators will take it up from there, and they will do those support visits at the organizations. The facilitators will do mentorship, and like that continuous discussion away from here, from these 2 days, you can identify those linking and learning needs. Maybe you have about documentation, how to improve your documentation, how to use social media to amplify your work. They share the linking and learning digital platform. We also use that. So identify those as your linking and learning needs, and the linking and learning facilitators shall always be there. And also another intervention of the linking and learning, I had the opportunity, I and the rights holder from Shema, one of our rights holders, this year in May, we had an opportunity to take part in the linking and learning Indaba in Benin, that's West Africa. It was 1 week's Indaba, that was a conference. Now this is where you have grantees from all over the world that are supported by Voice and Oxfam. Still, you see how from the small communities of practice in Shema to that level, and then now going international, and the objective is still to connect and learn. Yeah, to connect and learn. Personally, from COVOID, during that Indaba in Benin in May, we are looking on how we can adopt, because from the interaction with our friends from Nigeria, how we can adopt their storytelling as an innovation of transferring knowledge, generational knowledge from the old people. We realize that the old generation is being kicked out by us, the vibrant youth, because we want our things to go forward without being guided by our older people. So, with an interaction from our friends in Nigeria, they have an innovation called Itan Kole. Yeah, we can discuss more about that. That's from their language, but it's more of an innovation where the young people sit together with the old people to tell them about how to harmonize and see how they can preserve the old habits and the old behaviors of the community in the past to guide the future generation, the young generation, on how to move forward and strive for their better countries. And then also, we do advocacy work, okay? We do advocacy work, most of us. They shared yesterday about how there's different ways of social media advocacy, the WhatsApp platform. I think there's a colleague who asked how do rights holders get involved into this. From my experience as COVOID, we have a community structure which is the GBV champions. I think it was Kenneth who asked yesterday, how do the rights holders get part of this? We have a WhatsApp platform, yeah, that consists of those GBV champions in the community and the role model men. And what is the role of this platform is to continue sharing our stories from the field about GBV interventions, GBV prevention interventions we have in Shema. Be present, I think like that is the first step. We heard from the linking and learning facilitators, and trust me, these are friendly people. Like Lauya said, sometimes it will not be structured, that she's going to call you at the end of the month. So she can call you at the end of the day, maybe you went to the gym, you went to play football, but when you find her missed call, please get back to her, because like she said, most of the times these answers come from us. We don't know how to present them, but when you follow up that call, she guides you on how to best put it forward, and before you know it, you're pushing your organization and the work of your organization to global levels. Yeah, they've supported us on how to, document our work, share our stories, and even, publish blogs on our websites. And some of this work they're published for us, and some of it we've gone ahead to publish for ourselves. They do the panel beating. We have the answers in most cases. We shall identify our linking and learning needs. Yeah, we have the answers. So what the linking and learning facilitators do is that regular mentorship, they support us in regards with our linking and learning needs. So you realize that if you're not present here, if we have those monthly online meetings and you not participate, then it's you losing out. If we have those commemorations where we have panel discussions and you not participate, then we are losing out. Believe me, these are both advantages of the online and the physical engagements, yeah? The physical engagements, yeah, they are good. You have the chance to probe more, get to know each other more, talk at the personal level like we are doing right now, but they come with a cost, okay? Which in most cases we may not have to achieve that. But also on the other hand, the virtual meetings is that they are flexible. I remember I attended a panel discussion when I was on the road from Munibujo on a bus. Yeah, but I was able to attend one of the panel discussions that was being held online. So that is the good about the virtual meetings, that you can attend anytime, from wherever and whenever you have data. Yeah, and then maybe lastly is still on our roles as grantees, is we should be willing, our willingness to receive this innovation, okay? Our willingness to learn. What do I mean here? We should be able to unlearn, and that's how we shall be able to learn new stuff. Okay? I like using the analogy of blinkers. Do you know what blinkers are? In horse racing, there's those things they put at the horse's ears on this side. And do you know what they're used for? So they do not distract the horse so the horse can focus. So we are coming from different organizations, different backgrounds, and sometimes we feel, we know it all. So if linking and learning sends an invite of maybe dear team, we are planning to have a meeting on documentation of success stories. And you're like, oh no, we've done success stories for the past 20 years, what are they telling us? Trust me, you'll be missing out. So our willingness to learn and unlearn, first of all, as grantees, will give the most out of our work, and we shall be able to have a successful implementation of the project. I'll personally end it at that. Thank you so much.